play. And they appeal to now. Lord, stay far from violence. Violence not good. We only have one Sierra Leone. I thank you all.
Thank you. We will get 2 more people there, and then we go first and come back later.
Me na Sanyandemo from C4C Party Coalition for Change. My message to Sierra Leone, we must put Mama Salome first and avoid confusion per election business. Go out and register so that you go get a chance for vote as youth man and make decision where go better this country for we all. God bless you.
Okay, we'll get a welcome.
Good morning, Sierra Leoneans. Me na Martha James representing Sierra Tel. I want for tell una all I do and Salon na peaceful cause. Not the help, not the work. Let we give we message.
On to last for now.
Thank you, me Fambule, me na Robert Kunde Makabo, Commissioner Natcom. They send this peace message to all of Sierra Leone where they listen from the diaspora in country for let we say we keep the peace. And I believe say cost also the solution to we. Fet also the solution. 1,000. Wait the time for come for register so that we all go can and make an informed decision. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Please, let's settle down. We are kindly asking all guests to take their seats as we're about to begin this program.
October 4th for make sure say we all register and vote for next year election. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Good morning again. We will begin the program by inviting the presence of God. So we'll start with Muslim prayers and then Christian prayers. Decorum, please. Decorum, the program has started. For the Muslim prayers, the Council of Imams.
Let us pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the extremely merciful, the especially merciful. We thank you, Allah. All praises belong to you, Allah. You are the legislator of all divine human rights enshrined in the Islamic Constitution, the glorious Quran. We thank you, Allah, for all you have enabled our head of state and government to realize so far in the political, social, and economic development of our nation. We pray, Allah, for all our local and international players in our strides in building a united and cohesive nation. We pray, Allah, for our electoral commissioner and his team. We pray, Lord, that you guide and protect them. Bless their efforts, Lord. Almighty Allah, we commit this program into your capable hands. For you are the name al-Mawla. You are the name al-Nasir. You know, Lord, our situation. Pray, Lord, waj'alha dawlatan najihan muthmiran birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على والحمد لله رب العالمين. Please join me in reciting the Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina.
The Reverend Father Peter Kong.
Very significant to the survival of our nation, for peace, for development in this process. So at the end, our nation will be one, our elections will be credible. Lord Jesus, you said to our apostles, I leave you peace and defender as we endeavor to live in peace, love, and unity. Give us a new spirit to forgive and to reconcile with order for the healing of our beloved nation. Christ our Lord.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, I warmly development partners and ambassadors, representatives of MDA parties, representatives of civil society. In March this year, 2022, His Excellency the President and the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Chairman, voter registration exercise. The Chief Electoral is 24th June 2023. And secondly, that the period for registration of all eligible voters in Sierra Leone is 3rd September to 4th October 2022. Stakeholders is ready to undertake registration of voters over the period 3rd September, this grand launch of the voter registration. Introduce the chairman for this grand program. Was at the Jala University College. He graduated from the Jala University with a Bachelor of Arts in Education, English major and Geography minor, and taught English and Geography. He then went back to the Jala as a research and teaching assistant in the English department for 3 years, after which he proceeded to the University of Theatre, taught at the Jala University for a couple of years, then transferred to the Fuabe College. The man has directed and acted plays in Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and the USA, including a play based on the Amnistad Revolt by John C. Thorpe that received 10 nominations for the Odelco 7 and won 4 of them. He has also had international theater festival. During the military interregnum in 1997-98, the chairman established FM 91 as a clandestine radio station on behalf of the democratically elected government that had been overthrown. On the restoration of the government, he served as a Minister of Information, Communication, Tourism, and Culture, and later as Minister of Information when he left government to establish Premier Media Consultancy, now Premier Media Group Limited, where he is currently the Managing Director. He is also currently the Chairman, Board of Director of the Balanta Academy of Music and Performing Arts, Democracy 98.1 in time. I will take my exit And I will leave you in the capable hands of our chairman for this program, who is Dr. Julius Spencer. Thank you.
Thank you for that longish intro. Members of Parliament here present. Today is a very important day. Voting in any country is one of the few things that is both a right, have the right to vote in a situation that is free from fear, a situation that is gives us the opportunity to express our view, but it is also a civic responsibility. We all, as citizens of Sierra Leone, have a responsibility to participate in the process. Because if we talk about democracy and what you call the traditional definition of democracy, government of the people, for the people, and by the people, not all of us can be, and we as citizens are supposed to lead our nation. Leave it up to those we voted for to do the right thing by us. If we are not satisfied with what they've been doing, after a period, we vote again and we change them. Those of us who are old enough, remember those days when voting would be supposed to start at 8 a.m. and you would get there at 8:30 and you'd be told, you have voted. But I'm only coming now. Look at your name. You have voted. Go away. But since 1996, no election is flawless. But we all accepted the results of those elections because we believed that they were generally expressive of the will of the people. We have been able to change the party in power twice in those 5 elections. Now, for our democracy to continue and to improve, we need to be able, of the National Electoral Commission, to ensure that all citizens can participate and can express their will. Therefore, today, registration exercise, which is the first step that all of us as citizens have to take. We all have to register. You can decide later, well, I don't have anybody to vote for. But you need to register first. And therefore, I believe that all of us, in our different ways, government officials, National Electoral Commission, political parties, individuals, we need to encourage our fellow citizens to register. Political parties need to go out and encourage people to register. We cannot expect the Electoral Commission to be able to reach everybody. You as an individual, members, your friends, that for me is the critical first step. If we all register, then we have availed ourselves of the opportunity to express our will at the ballot. How you express that will is entirely up to you. And the political parties then have the responsibility to convince us that they are the ones we should vote for, political parties and individuals. So today, I am very pleased to be chairing this event because some of us have dedicated ourselves to do our best to ensure that democracy thrives in this country. Some of us, not just Julius Spencer, many Sierra Leoneans put their lives on the line. Some lost their lives for us to be able to exercise our democratic rights. So for those of us left behind, we have a sacred duty to honor the memories of those who gave their lives so that democracy can thrive in Sierra Leone, to ensure that that process continues. So today, we are going to start the process whereby citizens take part in the democratic process. And so I am very pleased to be here. I welcome all of you. And those who will be engaged later, and move on and invite our first statement, which will be made by the Director General of NATCOM, the National Telecommunications Authority, Commission, National Telecommunications Commission, right, NATCOM, Mr. Daniel Kaitibi, to make a statement.
Thank you, Ms. Please allow me to stand on existing protocols. I'm pleased to make a statement at this grand launch of the voter registration exercise for the conduct of multi-tier elections in June 2023. The National Telecommunications Commission was established by an Act of Parliament in 2006, as amended in 2009, and I think 2015 as well, to regulate the telecom sector and provide licenses for telecommunications operators, ISPs, FM stations. Mr. Chairman, sir, the event today is a novelty in the history of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone and a clear manifestation of the core principles of transparency, accountability. Is very delighted to partner with ECSL to showcase the act of nationalism and patriotism in the call of duty. This partnership is also in line with our core strategic objective to interface with the public and private sectors and other stakeholders through the promotion of continuous engagement. Suffice it to say that voter registration is quite a pivotal process in the pre-electoral cycle to stand out clearly. ECSL approached us at NATCOM and requested that we use our good offices to talk to the operators. And we did. We held a series of meetings. Meetings culminated into an MOU that was signed with the operators. ECSL asked for 4 things. 4. 1, they asked for a toll-free number line. 2, they asked for us to use the operators to leverage their technology or platforms to send bulk messaging, SMS. So if you have a PRSP phone, if you are offline, when you come online, you still get that message. 3, they ask for a ringback tone for radio platforms. The operators normally pay to connect to those, but in this case, we all know that on average you have 2 SIM cards. You have QCell SIM card, you have Orange SIM card, you have RFCell SIM card, you have Sirat. In return, in the MOU, ECSL is providing advertisements for all the operators. If you look at your, ladies and gentlemen, the short code of 838 will be configured on all networks and ready to use after this program, hopefully. In line with the HE's vision, NATCOM will continue to support the utilization of short code
to do with elections. Well, now it is clear. I was ashamed to ask at the start. Thank you very much, Mr. Kaitibi, and I'm sure we're all pleased that with the telecoms operators, it will definitely help. We'll move on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the Honorable Chief Minister and ministers here present, leader of the opposition in Parliament and all members of Parliament that are here, leaders of my constituents, the development partners, and our religious leaders, ladies and gentlemen, open to stay that course in the service of their country and to listen to bona fide counseling, but to be steadfast through APWA and APIA, the process. So in our view, their participation in the exercise will contribute immensely in your effort in making the process inclusive and transparent. The Commission wishes to call on all registered political parties to participate fully in this exercise. We urge everybody of a registrable age to come out in their numbers and register. We employ the political parties to educate their membership on the relevance. It is not cutlasses, it is not machetes, and certainly not violence, your process. But at the same time, I'll want to remind them that NEC has not declared campaign open, and they have not given us their campaign calendar for now. So we will not want to see political parties going out there to action. We will keep watch, and we will not hesitate to call you to order. If that commend our sister EMB, Ecsl, and
Thank you very much, Mr. PPRC Chairman. As he was speaking, two things came to mind. One is the call that I myself made on political parties to go out and encourage their members and people to register. And the chairman also said political parties should not use that as a guise for campaigning. Well, you have your work cut out too. Because I wonder if I'm a politician and I go somewhere and say, but I'm sure that is what they are going to do. And again, for political parties, whilst you may organizations to support our electoral process, it is therefore fitting that at this point in time, we invite a representative of the development partners in the person of the UN resident representative, UNDP resident representative, Dr. Palamin, to make a statement. When I saw the name, I asked myself, is he a Sierra Leonean?
Thank you very much, the Chair. Speaking on behalf of UNDP, I don't think I have my paycheck is very, but I hope in this country, especially in terms of electoral support. The Honorable Chief Minister, PPRC, Director General NATCOM, representatives of national stakeholders, ministers, organizations, representatives from non-governmental organizations, ladies and gentlemen, to thank general elections. We are pleased and grateful to be part of this important event which heralds the start. Over the years, as already expressed here, Sierra Leone has affirmed strong commitment to the implementation of credible and participatory electoral processes which lay a comprehensive, accurate, and inclusive voter registration is however, to the Election Commission Sierra Leone for their sustained efforts and determination to carry out a national there by giving all the eligible persons the right to fully participate is commendable. For many years, the UN, through UNDP, Sierra Leone, the government bodies, and national their efforts to this. First, through Peace Building Fund, supported by DPPA, PPRC, ONS, Sierra Leone Police, UNICEF, UNDP, and CS.
As I said earlier, we have had a number of elections that have generally been regarded as free and fair. We expect better than previous ones. So at this point in time, it is but fitting.
Now the honor of the answer. Not only of our national constitution, political parties and citizens of Sierra Leone. The pending 2023, the government of Sierra Leone are consistently ensure that all necessary political and legal support, which ECSL requires, are provided by the state. There was need to ensure that gaps in the public election last 2012, at the time, to be reviewed and sections repealed. This was supported and facilitated by the government, working with the Office of the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, and the Office of the President. The government is with the opposition. The full changes could not. The cost of financing elections is expensive all over the world. And I'm pleased to inform that this gathering, and fulfillment of its obligation, the government has taken the lead, mindful it is accrued funds in a special account that ECSL will have ready access to in financing its operations, with a view to ensuring efficiency in meetings in timeliness. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure that the multi-state critical issues that require the attention of government and partners in support of free, fair, credible 2023 presidential and general election. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure great inclusivity and participation, the government has worked with partners to ensure that the membership has been established that meet and feeds into the National Steering Committee their concerns and recommendations. This is a knee down of electoral openness, and this government and administration is more than willing to support and promote it. Mr. Chairman, choices, and to that end, mindful that Sierra Leone is an exception, is no exception, government has been working assiduously with ECSL to ensure that election timelines are respected. Today's event is a major milestone, as the registration of voters is perhaps a major milestone that gives citizens clear assurances that indeed elections will be held. On behalf of government and our development partners, I would like to congratulate ECSL for the great work being undertaken. At this point, let me just, on behalf of government, admonish the audience the following. All rules and regulations governing the registration process must be followed, strictly in line with the provisions of the law, the rules and regulations, and agreements with the political parties. Registration officers must roles of stakeholders and partners. They should assist in informing the public about the right and responsibility of eligible citizens to participate peacefully in the voter registration exercise. Stakeholders include the government, the parliament, the judiciary, the security sector, the MDA, the CSOs, and the media. All of these have various roles to play in ensuring that voter registration process is peaceful and inclusive. The registration process must add credence to the process and build confidence among such observers and public. On this day, also, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to entreat fellow Sierra Leoneans that they should not engage in any unlawful activities that is credible. And one disruptions in the 2023 elections, like for all others in the past, will require active engagement of our partners. On behalf of government and people of Sierra Leone sales operations, I will especially appeal to our diverse partners to consider scaling up efforts aimed at providing whatever plan or anticipated support for financing 2023 elections. And therefore, in anticipation, I want to thank them in advance. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, I want to inform this audience that the government of Sierra Leone, and especially the new direction administration, will remain focused, co-deliver both other stakeholders, with other stakeholders, a credible and acceptable election.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chief Minister. I must confess again, today, surprised and perhaps a bit disturbed when those proposed constitutional amendments were rejected by Parliament. That is the ability for Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora to vote, for the 30% quota for women, and so on. But I put it down to the fact that they probably were not and what the objectives were. Because some of us know that the 2023 Election Act and the other bills that went to Parliament were based on recommendations by observers, both local and international. And there had been a long period of consultation and eventual agreement on what should be accepted. So I hope that sometime in the future will come and all of us feel that we have a stake in the future of this country. We do not want anybody left behind or anybody feeling that they are left behind, which is why voting, free and fair elections are critical. So today is the launch of the voter registration exercise. And our final statement was not a statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Surprises are the benchmark come, and nobody could predict why. And it's also based on our idea that the functions, or as I always say, the seat of the commission is very hard to share the heat. So therefore, we believe as a commission, we believe in partnership. Through the ministry, thank you so much. Mr. Chairman, Chief Minister, UN Resident Coordinator or Representative, UNDP Resident Representative, Cabinet Ministers, Senior Government Representatives, staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, more especially our first clients, the political party representative here and across the country. I greet you in the name of peace. Today marks a significant day in our electoral cycle, 2020-2024. Since the proclamation of the election dates, the Ecsl have made several statements on elections preparedness, in which we have stated we are formally launching the voter registration exercise to the nation, as well as dates to register all eligible Sierra Leoneans, including those who will be 18 years old in 2023. That's the polling day.